EU Social Affairs Commissioner Padraig Flynn declined to respond to the allegation that he took £50,000 from Tom Gilmartin in 1989. Mr Flynn said he wouldn't be making a detailed statement on the matter, but if called before any tribunal of inquiry, he would cooperate.
Padraig Flynn was attempting to stick by his business-as-usual policy this afternoon. In his capacity as the Commissioner overseeing the EU's employment policy, he met a committee of MEPs. There's widespread satisfaction throughout the European institutions with the way he has handled this brief. It's a domestic issue, the Gilmartin affair, that has cast a shadow over his political future. Even when the Taoiseach wants you to make a statement, when people within the party that you represented for so long are actually calling for you to stand down, you have nothing to say.
No, the Taoiseach said it quite clearly that it was a matter for myself, and he recognised that I am an independent commissioner here, acting on my own behalf and on behalf of the European Union, and that I should take my own advice in the matter. Now that is precisely what I'm doing.
So you won't be making any statement until the tribunal calls you to give evidence publicly?
It is not my intention to make a statement, and the tribunal has to do its work, and if and when they call me, then I will be pleased, as I've always said to you and to your friends, that I would cooperate fully with any tribunal that is set up in which I can be helpful.
You have actually said on the record in the past that you know this man, Tom Gilmartin. This man has said he gave you £50,000. You said you did not get it for use by the political party of which you were treasurer at the time, but you never deny that you actually got the money.
I know Mr Gilmartin, and if Mr Gilmartin is going to the tribunal to make a charge, then that charge will have to be answered. But as I understand it, Mr Gilmartin has made no charge against me.
But on that particular point, though, on the £50,000, which he says he gave to you as treasurer of the party, are you saying you got no money in any capacity?
I'm not making any comment, because one comment just leads to a repetition of other questions, and I have made the point that any matters which are proper to the tribunal should be dealt with in the tribunal. And if it is proper for me to go there, and then I would be most happy to oblige. And that's all I can say. I do know Mr Gilmartin. I haven't met him for some time, but I do know him. And as I say, Mr Gilmartin, to my knowledge, has made no charge and levied no charge against me, insofar as the terms of reference of the tribunal are concerned.
But you were not actually saying that you didn't get this money? It's crystal clear to this observer that Padraig Flynn won't contest the allegation that he got £50,000 from Tom Gilmartin. His defence seems to be there were no favours asked, there were no favours given, and it wasn't a bribe. There's a conflict of evidence as to whether the money was for his own use or for the Fianna Fáil party. The whole controversy leaves him in a very awkward situation. And yet the government...